Just do, he just smooth, bringing much news with the facts when he crush fools. I'm rough school, I bust moves like crush groove. Pass me the mic and I'll turn it into lunch food. Just cool, but talk slick and he'll punch dudes. Cowards get the message and they hush like chubs do. You can bring your whole bus crew plus two. T-Dub-T is astronomical, you comical. You a fool if you think we'll ever honor you. Them other channels ain't shit, no abdominal. This the face of new media, fuck a Donahue. You see my giant crew, we shine like a diamond do. If any trolls disrespect, yo, we finding you. We all surrounded you, it ain't no reminding you. He already done surpassed what you trying to do. So quit the fake smoke, you suckers better take notes. When you step into the chat, you better wipe your feet. Hit the like and keep your comment short and sweet. My homie just not a joke, you don't want to war. Plus a deep boxing IQ, you don't want to spar. He broadcasted from Jersey, so we straight. Put you deep in the dirt, that's why they call this the Garden State. You seem tough but not a threat like a garden snake. We not scared of you, we chopping off a head or two. Mark your calendar, remember what we said to you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Mark your calendar, remember what I'm telling you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Word 'em up. T-Dub-T, we in the spot. LDBC strong.
What's good? What's good with the family, man? It's early. I just wanted to get this quick one in real quick. What's good, RC? What's good with it, bro? What's going on with you, Q? What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? D-Free, my bro. What's good with it, man? What can you say about Pacquiao latest workout? He is still in shape. Yeah, he is still in shape. That dude always gonna be in shape to some degree, I think, as long as he stay active, because he lives a clean lifestyle from what I hear. So Manny, I'm not surprised that he's still able to be in shape. You know, he might be one of those guys that could take some time off and come back and look all right, you know. Yeah, definitely RC salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through too, man. Top of the morning, Q, man. I know it's an early one. I just wanted to get this off because my bro Jeff sent me everything. So I just let people know when y'all send me something that y'all think need to be discussed or chopped up, I do it. Like, I don't just make the content I want to make. I do what the people want too. So if y'all send me something that y'all want me to speak on, I'll definitely come here and do it. I work for the people, man. I work for the people. I'm gonna share this this Bill Haney interview that he did with the Boxing Voice. And the reason I'm even talking about this is because, you know, I just did it live and I was sharing the screen and breaking down, you know, the interviews and some of the stuff that he was saying. And I just want to show people, and this is in no way or form an attempt to you know, slander Bill Haney and nothing like that. This not that type of, you know what I mean? This ain't that type of show, man. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies in the message. When you go from platform to platform, you gotta make sure that the things that you're saying is consistent with what the last interview you just did. And I'm just here to show people how sometimes, you know, you could do yourself a disservice by making yourself so readily available to every platform, especially when, you know, you're good at talking people in circles and not being transparent sometimes. And that's not a negative thing. Like, at the end of the day, he promoting his son. I think he do a hell of a job at it, but sometimes he probably need to be a little bit more mindful of some of the stuff that he be saying. So I'm gonna share the screen. We're gonna play this interview. I ain't gonna be here long. It's like a half an hour, but I'm gonna slowly, you know, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna make sense of this, man. Salute to my baby girl, the queen. How you feeling, baby girl? Appreciate you as always. You know it. And salute to the Boxing Voice. Salute to Ness too, man. Dope platform, dope interview. Salute to Bill Haney and Devin Haney as well, man. There's some real ones in the sport, man. I appreciate what they bring to the sport as well. But I just like to, you know, in this era, people are good at putting words in an individual's mouth. So what I wanted to do was come here and just give you what he said exactly. I ain't gotta add nothing, no fluff. I ain't gotta add no remix to it. We're gonna hear exactly what he had to say. Because, you know, it was some confusion as to whether or not you know, they could go to Bob Arum and move Loma out the way. You get what I'm saying? But when he got asked that question, the answer, his response was different than what he just said to Shakur Stevenson when Shakur, and Dad was talking. It was much different. So I'm gonna just play it. I'm gonna get my thoughts on it, man. We gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on this early one. RC, salute, bro. Salute to the Philippines as well, bro. Much respect, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. Y'all smash the like button. We gonna get into this interview, y'all.
What's the word?
Hey, Danny. Ringwalk Danny.
How you feeling,
You know what I
champ?
mean? And Ness,
How are you?
the
How are
boxing
you?
voice, the voice of the people. You dig what I'm saying? Where if you got it on your mind.
Oh, they might be the boxing voice, but I'm the voice of boxing. All right, it's a little bit different. All right, don't call them the voice of the people. I'm the voice of boxing. All right, man, don't call them that. You know what I mean? That's for me, man. BBG, salute, Brody. How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up, man. How you feeling on this good morning, man? So again, Bill, you're already messing up. Couple seconds into it, calling people.
You
You know
can
what I
come
mean?
and
I'm
get
the
it
voice
off.
of boxing. That's what they call
You
it. So
dig?
I'm
Because
taking
it's
that
no
name.
holds barred over here. You know, thank you all for having me in the chat. You know, shout out to everybody in the
512
chat
Big
and
Texas, my
everybody in
bro.
the
What's
worldwide
good with it?
that's gonna
Appreciate you, Q. I
catch it in
appreciate y'all pulling up.
syndication.
We're
You
gonna
dig?
get through this.
What's up, Ness?
What up, Bill? Man, it's been a
It's all
minute,
about
man.
transparency, y'all. It's all
I'm
about
shocked, man. I
transparency.
thought we was gonna have you all up in Blue Wire, man, causing some good old fashioned breaking news.
Well, you know what? You know, all I say is, you know, because I'm always in the chat. You know, I'm a big fan. You know what I mean? I'm a part of the movement. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
And really, they trying to make this shit like it's Einstein when it's really Charlie Brown. You know what I mean?
See, right there. I'm gonna stop him real quick, but we gonna get through this. I ain't gonna make this super long. Trying to make it Einstein when it's Charlie Brown. Just pay attention to the wordplay. I love Bill Haney. He funny as hell, man. This dude, this dude already. What did Einstein and Charlie Brown have to do with anything? You gotta love this dude, yo. You got to, yo. That's why I say I want to make sure people know I like what they doing. I like what he doing. I like the fact that he make himself readily available to these platforms. I think that's dope. I think that's a way to connect with the people, and that's why people are able to support Bill and Dab the way they do. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to connect with these dudes because he do a lot of interviews. He answer a lot of questions. He don't always get the same exact answer, but we gonna get into that. Roger, salute. Yes, hey bro, I'm on it. I'm on it, bro. Hey Roger, I'm on it. I just literally seen that before I got on here, so I'm putting that clip together because I'm gonna make a short video. So I'm on it. We gonna get through this, but I'm on it, bro. I'm on it.
And you break it all the way down, you dig, and you got Devin, who has what does he have, Ness? The lightweight crown. You dig? And shout out to Ryan Garcia, Marcito, Gesta, who will be making a fight. You have Tank Davis, who also is fighting Garcia. It's the first Garcia.
Hector Luis Garcia.
What's his first name?
Hector.
Hector Garcia. You know, I don't want to mispronunciate his name or
Man,
anything.
you know how to say
But, you know,
Hector,
shout
Bill.
out to what they're
Get your
doing
ass out
because
of here.
it's a lot of smoke in or around the lightweight, junior welterweight division. Everybody must agree. But where there's smoke, Devin is the fire. You dig what I'm saying? And I always say it's something great that's going on around in sports and around in boxing right now. And then there's something special. And Devin is just something special.
And I agree with him right there. Devin is the something special. But there he go, y'all, with that talk, man. Look at Roger. There you go. That slick talk. Look, man. I appreciate y'all this morning. Y'all on it just like me. And again, y'all gonna keep hearing me say this ain't no hatred. This is not to make Bill look no type of way or none of that. This is entertainment. This is fun, man. I appreciate when he do these interviews because it's content. And again, big salute to the boxing voice. This was dope, man.
So without, you know, it wouldn't be me being me if I don't come up and salute what's going on because, you know, those are all some great fights. They're all stepping stones. They're all stepping stones to ultimately being the biggest showdown, you know, and that's Devin with any of them, you know, and inshallah.
That is true. Like I feel like every fight that these dudes have in between each other is an attempt to build up to lead to them getting in the ring with each other. I agree with Bill right here.
We're able to handle our business with that Ukrainian bad boy himself, no other than Lomachenko.
Now here come the promotion, y'all. See, Bill's smart. He know the game. See, they don't get enough credit. He do slick talk, but in a lot of that slick talk, he do drop he do drop some good info in there, man. Like, see, now what he's gonna do is he's gonna promote Lomachenko like he's this pound for pound fighter that Top Rank built him as he should, because when they beat him, he want to get full credit for him. So he might sound like he building Loma up a bit or giving him his credit as he should, but that's what he doing. So when your son get in there, can't nobody, they got to give you the full credit for beating Loma.
When that's going down, BH?
Huh?
I said, when is that going down?
Well, listen.
Now look, he asking him when the fight is going down, so pay attention.
Even if I knew the date, which I don't, I wouldn't be at liberty because that's not part of my job. But one thing that I can say is that the Lomachenko team and Top Rank and our team, Devin, them are working together to make it happen. When and where, I don't know.
And just to add to that, he's saying when and where he don't know. This was just the other day, y'all, but I seen video with Bob Arum saying that this deal could be done soon. So you probably gonna get an update on that, y'all. We probably gonna get an update. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all smash the like button. Devin versus Loma is going to Dubai too. Them scorecards are gonna be crazy. Hey, Roja, I think you might be right, bro.
It be, or you guys consider
you might be right, bro.
Ramadan at all? Because I know that's coming in, late spring. So is that something that you and Devin are considering, Ramadan, and hopefully getting the fight off before Ramadan initiates?
Absolutely, and that was one of the things that I can somewhat, not 100% rule out, but I kind of lean more toward being in the United States because of the time factor of actually having it in the Middle East before Ramadan, and it's key that Devin fights before Ramadan than after, because it's just it's more longer for him to be at lightweight. It's just a lot of things that are playing into that, and then him being able to fight twice next year, so on and so forth. So we would like to be consistent with what everyone has been saying, is that Devin will be fighting in the early part of the first quarter.
So the Loma fight is a done deal.
Well, in boxing, it ain't nothing no done deal until the two fighters are actually in the ring. We have learned that in boxing, right?
See, that's the politically correct answer, y'all. That's the politically correct answer, and you can't say he wrong for giving that answer, because to a real extent he's right. Like ain't nothing done until they get in the ring. But at the same time, he just said like he don't got no date and no time and none of that stuff, no venue. So he can't. He just told you it wasn't done. So to ask him, is it done? He just said it wasn't. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I think, but Ness want to know, is Loma next? So let's continue.
I'm like I said, I when the announcement comes down, you know what I mean, I'm gonna reach out to you, but you probably will been and already got it,
So what's going on, man? Because everybody's like, yo, have you seen the video? Have you seen the video? And, I did start to watch it where it was just you and Shakur. I didn't watch it long enough to see Devin join. According to boxing, though, Devin joined that conversation. But last I heard, Shakur was asking you guys to have Loma step aside and for the two of you or the three of you to walk to Top Rank and try to make
Now
that
pay
fight.
attention.
And that fight
Jay
being
Dixon,
Haney,
my bro,
Shakur,
what's good
Stevens.
with it, bro?
What's going on with that? And asking you guys.
Now, yeah, I just run for office. He knows that already. Signed. Hey, man, Jay, talk about it now. Again, I just want to be clear. This is entertainment, y'all. I'm here to bring entertainment back. I'm here to bring the perspective back. when we do these lives and these shows, man, it's not to tear Bill down or any fighter involved in boxing, but it is, we are going to hold people accountable. And for him to sit up here and act like he don't know if that's next, that's the problem. That's what I be saying with people. You get what I'm saying? Dude up here acting like he don't know Loma next. And Ness about to ask him, remember, y'all, I did the live where I broke down where he said they could go to Bob Arum themselves and get Loma out the way. This is what he said. They about to ask him about that now. Let's see. Let's listen if his response is the same as it was when he was talking to Shakur and Dad was up there. Let's see. Ricky Williams, my bro. What's good with it, Rick? How you feeling? Skywalker, what's good with it, Brody? Man, good shit, man. Stay focused. Keep grinding, man. Keep getting better, Skywalker. I see you, bro. Ain't nothing a done deal. Yeah. Well, yeah, till they step in the ring. But you know what we saying, Rosa. Pretty much what we saying, yeah, it might not be a done deal, but you know it's trending in that direction for you to fight Loma. And that's all people want you to say, pretty much. Bill be politicking. Yeah, facts, Rick.
Guys, to
Now listen.
have Loma step aside and for the two of you or the three of you to walk to Top Rank and try to make that fight. And that fight being Haney, Shakur, Stevens, what's going on with
Stevenson?
that?
That's Stevenson. That's come on, man.
Yeah, why?
Ain't no Shakur Stevens.
The way
Get it right, bro.
You know what? I think you have channels and you have platforms that we in the business and athletes we make ourselves available for. Sometimes narratives are created that are not true or inconsistent with what the agenda is of the fighters, right? I'm like, right, you can call me up anytime, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here in these streets with our business. The Shakur fight and Devin fight, they said that fight will happen when they announce it, when they talk about it. They talk between each other, and that's what it is. And I don't want to confuse that with anything else.
Man, pause, man. Man, he asked you that, bro. He definitely ain't asked you that. He yo, you gotta love Bill, yo. Yo, they said that fight had happened when they announce it and they talk about it and they talked about it. Yo, what are you talking about? Boy, the last time you spoke on this, you told Shakur that all he got to do is go to Bob Arum in Top Rank and tell them to move Lomachenko out the way because he want Dead next. Then Shakur responded by saying, won't all three of us, you know what I mean, won't we go together and get this fight done? What is he talking about? Now he's switching it up. This is what confuses the people, respectfully. I rock with Bill heavy, but I'm just saying, this is what confuses the people. Just had an interview. You were saying something different. You just had you and Shakur was on the same line with Dev Haney. You said y'all could go. He could go there and move him out the way. Now you saying you don't want to confuse the people. They said that fight gonna happen when they announce it and they talk. I'm gonna run it back a little bit, but just listen to this shit.
I'm like reforms that we in the business and athletes we make ourselves available for.
You always make yourself available.
Sometimes narratives are created.
Black Grass Podcast, salute to the bro. How you feeling? Deep Carlos way, salute to you, fam. How you feeling? My bro Jack, right? What's good with you? You know why we here, Jack.
Like, right, you can call me up anytime. You know what I'm saying?
This on you. This one on you, Jack.
With our business, the Shakur fight and Devin fight, they said that fight will happen when they announce it.
They said it'll happen when they announce it. Who is they, Bill? What do you talk about? Like, it's you, bro. Like, respectfully, you said this shit be funny, yo. You said you told that bad boy from Newark, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying, that he could get Loma moved out the way. That's what Ness is asking you about, y'all. He not trying to be funny. He like, yo, what's this? What you saying? You know what I mean? Y'all could, you know what I mean? Y'all could go together. Like, this is what Ness want to know, and we want to know. So this is what confuses the people. That's all I'm saying. That's all, because the answers don't be same from interview to interview. They kind of change depending on who he talking to. Get what I'm saying? Man, you already know, Jeff, man. We on it, man. I work for the people. Anything y'all see that's worth talking about, send it to me and I'm on it. Send it to me and I'm on it. The Haney's asked Top Rank for the best fights, and Loma is the only one pressing the line. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Look, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with him fighting Loma. Ain't nothing wrong with him doing that, but just clear up the confusion. Even if he go up to 40 after Loma, that's not him ducking Shakur. I'm not going to say that. But when you tell the people and you make it seem like this opportunity is the next in line, like maybe after they take care of Loma, it's going to be Shakur next, and then you go to 140, people going to be mad at that. So all I'm saying, man, people going to be mad at that. Shakur might be right. After all facts, Jeff, you know it.
When they talk about it, they talk between each other, and that's
You
what
talk
it is.
too.
And I don't want to confuse that with anything else. You know, the Lomachenko fight was what
You having out here
we
thinking Devin can move like he wants. He can't. He signed with Top Rank. They all have plans. Talk to him, Rick.
Besides that, it's
he ain't
not
fooling us.
Lomachenko, and they want it to be Shakur Stevenson, then that's what it will be. If Shakur Stevenson or Jay Prince or anybody from their team that we highly respect reaches out to Top Rank and or us to make something happen that's different with than the Lomachenko and Top Rank and ESPN and everybody is for it, then that's the fight. But we've been consistent with Top Rank that we want the biggest and the best fight that Top Rank and the world has to offer at 135 pounds to not only solidify Devin has having the crown, going over to Australia and defending the crown, but actually coming back now and then giving the opportunity to the best fighter in the lightweight division.
So Danny seems to think that it's going to be a lost opportunity if this fight doesn't happen.
My bad, y'all. He definitely, respectfully, yo, Bill is a smart guy. He definitely just walked us around the block, y'all. Remember I told you he do that? He walk you down the block, take you up the other street, and just leave you there. He don't even bring you back home with it. He'll never get back to the point. He just drop you off somewhere stranded, I'm telling you, and just leave you there. And as an interviewer, you forced to just go to another question because it's going to look like you trying to dig if you ask it again. Like, in other words, what are you talking about, bro? What?
In the Middle East, he seems to believe that if you guys can beat Loma in the Middle East, hold on.
But Ness, before we go back to that, the one thing that I
Which
say
chant do you think
in
Devin's
defense
gonna
of
pick when he
that I
moves up?
never,
Yellow's
ever,
weakest link, maybe.
the record reflect, I am not looking past Lomachenko. I believe that Igis Clemens did a wonderful job with him. I believe that
like a little different energy. We know what time it is, Jeff.
You know, Papachenko has done a wonderful job with Loma. The whole Ukrainian team.
Yo, we don't care about
their
that,
country and the resiliency that they've shown towards their opposition being Russia, and they're also their support for their Ukrainian.
Man, he ain't talking about nothing.
VASYL Lomachenko. I never, ever, and I'm not in a million years looking past that towards any other narrative other than what Bob Arum described as being his best signee ever.
Now again, yo, like if you not paying attention, this might confuse you. Yo, like I don't care what nobody say. All the arguments I see on YouTube, it's stuff confuses the hell out of people. If you're not paying attention, like it's truth in what he is saying, but I think what he don't realize is we get it that it looks like all signs are pointing to Lomachenko and we all cool with it. The thing we are not cool with is remember that little meeting, that little, y'all got on the phone or on the live together, on the panel together to talk to each other. You basically seemed like you made it seem like because people were watching that it was another option available for y'all. And in reality, the only option that's in front of y'all is what it's always been, Lomachenko. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, he say he don't want to confuse the people, but you do confuse the people when you tell them they can move Lomachenko out of the way, knowing damn well that's not going like that, because you just said Bob Arum let y'all know his top signee that he ever signed, that's who's in line. So again, it's not the same. Your message is not transparent from interview to interview. Just the other one, you can move him out the way. Now you're not looking past him. And Bob Arum told y'all that's who next. You get what I'm saying? That's why the people be confused.
Call my mom on my phone.
Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all smash the like button, bro. Nobody ever tell Bills they didn't answer the question or play clips of him saying, yes, facts, Jay. They don't hold them accountable. And I kind of get it because they don't want to come off as assholes or like they trying to, jam them up and nothing like that. I get it. But, bro, it's just about holding people accountable. And that's all we do over here. I ain't got to put no words in his mouth. I'm not twisting up nothing he said. I really pay attention. He'll pop back in a second. The top ranks record is next if you leave. Tank next. Yeah, right. No, that ain't it.
Did he go? Oh, yeah. He dropped
I know you're going to keep talking. Facts. He's just going to keep going with it. I rock with him, though, man.
Bill, you there?
He'll be back. He'll be right back. He got to go.
Well, bear with us as.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
We back.
You got me?
Yep,
got you.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. I will never think that Lomachenko is not what Bob Arum described as his best signee. And when you talk about who he signed and who he's been a part of, the Sugar Ray Leonards and the the list goes on.
No disrespect, yo. The fact that Sugar Ray Leonard came up in this conversation is bogus, but whatever.
Must we talk about him? He described him as being close
what is
to
he
Ali.
Talking about?
One thing that we know is that Ali was notorious for the big comeback, the big payback.
He talking about Ali now?
With nobody to step on, to lay in the cut, downplay the fight, and then make the big payback, the big comeback on. You know what I mean? So we're 100% focused on Lomachenko. And the thing that I said is, if he's dead and he's not who they said he is, then he was nothing that Bob Arum described. Lomachenko started his career in
Jelly Bean, salute.
2013.
My sis, what's going on, sis? How you feeling?
We're talking about 2 years. Now, we also talk about an amateur that you take a lot of time to develop to be a.
No disrespect again, y'all. No disrespect at all. Like he going off topic, yo. The man went from Sugar Ray Leonard to Muhammad Ali to the great comeback. What the hell are you talking about? Your son ain't lost. It ain't no great comeback for him. What are you talking about? I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit lost. Usually I'm very good at keeping up, but this don't have nothing to do with what they was just talking about. Respectfully, it don't. It just don't. He ain't asked about none of that stuff. That's why you notice whenever he's saying all this stuff, the only thing they can say is just agree, because what he's saying is right. But it's like the little fake Jedi mind trick or something, man. Like, bro, like you're not answering the question. You just talking. For real. Mind games and super confusing to follow. All right, bro. Jeff, I know we smart individuals, so we both genuinely say we're a bit confused by him. We ain't crazy. That's all. And respect to him, because I rock with him and everything he do. But this is entertainment, and I got some job to do, man.
A grown man, and he had the time to grow to be who he is, to go through ups and downs, to be the fighter that they're banking on.
I promise you, y'all, this don't got nothing to do with what they asked him.
But I'm letting the people know I am focused.
BH, that being said, I know Ness wanted to bring up just because I do believe that the fight with Lomachenko in the Middle East would be huge. Obviously, the Muslim community is the biggest in the world, and they're huge in the Middle East, and I think that would have been huge, not just for the Muslim community, but for Devin's career. That being said, though, you're saying obviously the priority is to get the fight off before Ramadan.
What Bill always does when he talks, Zell. Am I wrong? No, you ain't wrong, sis. Well, no, you ain't wrong.
Been spoke about, or
well, the thing about being a great partner.
I could say listen to your interview.
I'm listening. Oh, okay. I know that.
My bad. I gotta learn that I'm crossing your camera. Apologies.
Yeah, Ness. Shit. You know what I mean? I expected that out of you back in the day, but I mean, you guys are so professional around here lately It pissed me off. You
Yes,
know?
just
Yeah, it
jab.
pissed me
Salute,
off.
salute to the
You
queen.
dig?
How you feeling?
Word.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Father
So
Yeah,
Time.
man. TWP
okay,
be
so
taking over the airwaves, man.
getting back,
I'm
y'all
gonna be
like that?
quick on
That
this
right
though.
there. There
I
you
just
go.
wanted to get this
Now,
off because one of the bros sent it to me early.
getting back to what Lomachenko represents before we go, and that is that whether it be Shakur Stevenson, whether it be Zepeda, whether it be
Here we go. He doing it
Devin,
again.
it's the best guy at the lightweight division. Do we not believe? So if Shakur,
No, the hell we don't believe that. We don't know. We don't know that. We don't know who the best at the lightweight division is because the top tier just hasn't fought. That's all, respectfully. So we don't know who the best is because it damn sure ain't Lomachenko. There's nobody on this green earth that's gonna convince me that Lomachenko is better than Shakur Stevenson right now. I'm just not gonna go with that. I'm sorry, I ain't going with that at all.
if Devin didn't fight Lomachenko, Shakur would fight him. If Devin fights Lomachenko, who could Shakur fight that's better than Lomachenko in the lightweight division?
What?
And that's why it's the best guy at the lightweight division. Do we not believe? So if Devin didn't fight Lomachenko, Shakur would fight him. If Devin fights Lomachenko, who could Shakur fight that's better than Lomachenko
What?
in the lightweight division? And that's why I say that it's
I don't care what they saying. I don't care. They shaking their head because it's like, yeah, but it's like, what? At the same time, they just don't want to say, like, how the hell does Zepeda get into this conversation, bro? Like this, man, I ain't crazy, bro. I rock with Bill. I got love for him, man. What he do with his son, but what the hell is he talking about? This man mentioned Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Zepeda. I don't even understand how you getting these names. Where are you getting? What is you talking about? You not. This shit is funny. I'm glad I smoked, yo. These people crazy, y'all. I just wait till he finishes and ask questions for clarification and understanding because I'll be lost in the wilderness. Facts, sis. He crazy. You can ask Bill who's next at the Loma. He'll start talking about cars and houses in Florida. Yo, and I love this because it's entertaining, yo. So this is not a diss to Bill. It's just funny, y'all. It's funny. Zepeda who just took an L. Bro, chill out. Ricky tripping. Athletic Mind, salute to the bro. How you feeling, bro? Not one at the top ain't trying to fight Devin, which proves that they're not the best. Yeah, facts, Bill is a capper, bro. Nah, hey, y'all said it, not me. I'm just saying the message don't be transparent, y'all. It don't. All I hear is Shakur, leave us alone. Y'all crazy. Okay, you're up. Go 5 because I lost his head. What is he talking about? He just started going off, didn't he, Queen? Q, what's good? The lab, what's going on with you, man? Lost started boxing. Salute to the bro. How you feeling? Josh, what's good with the TWT family? What's good with your fam? He said, we face them, they the best in the division. What? Is he talking about Williams and Peter? I don't know, but what the hell? How he even get in this conversation, though? I'm gonna run it back in just a bit, yo.
It's the best guy at the lightweight division. Do we not believe? So if Devin didn't fight Lomachenko, Shakur would fight him. If Devin fights Lomachenko, who could Shakur fight that's better than Lomachenko?
Look at the two. Look at that.
In the lightweight division. And that's why I say that it's one last fight.
Tank, but he's not available.
Yo, well, they ain't know what to say.
Didn't fight Lomachenko.
Look at Ness and dude.
Shakur would fight him. If Devin fights Lomachenko, who could Shakur fight that's better than Lomachenko?
Look at him.
In the lightweight division. And that's why I say that
he's saying he don't know. He's saying
yeah. But he's not available.
Well, of course, yes, sir. Yeah, because that's what we're doing. We talking about the fight. That, you know, we promoting Tank and what they doing.
Oh my God,
because,
yo.
You know, once
shit,
you already said that you got some business, and once you get through with your business, then we could potentially do business. Well, then that's enough. Now we got to get to business. and get through our business so we can potentially do some future business.
Now, see how he just told the truth? See how quick he just told the truth, y'all? After walking you down the block, up the street, around the corner, and dropping you off stranded, he finally did tell some truth. He basically saying we got business to take care of. After we take care of our business, then maybe we could do some business. That's all you got to say, bro. You ain't got to walk me down the street to the corner store, to the grocery store, drop me off at, you know what I'm saying? God damn, bro. Drop me back off home, bro. Drop me back off home.
You already said that you got some business, and once you get through with your business, then we could potentially do business. Well, then that's enough. Now, we got to get to the bank and what they doing, and maybe because, you know, once you already said that you got some business, and once you get through with your business, then we could potentially do business. Well, then that's enough. Now, we got to get to business and get through our business so we can potentially do some future business.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just the truth. That's the truth of all of this. Like all the walking you down the street, around the corner, around the block. That's what it's all come down to. They got business to take care of first, and then they could get there. And I have absolutely no problem with them taking care of that business. But what I'm here to explain is I see how people be confused because, see, just when you was on there talking to Shakur and Dad was up there, the tone was more so like, yo, you told Shakur he could move Loma out the way. You get what I'm saying? When they asked you about that, you didn't give the same response or the accurate response to what they really asked you. You get what I'm saying? That was your suggestion. The whole reason they able to, this suggestion that Shakur could move Loma out the way, that came from you. That's all I'm saying. So when people ask you about something that you say, you kind of pass the buck or put it back to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's why people be confused. You get what I'm saying? Because the message from interview or platform to platform, it just don't be consistent. It'd be a little confusing. But again, yo, this is entertainment and it's fun. And I love Bill. He funny, yo. He a funny guy. I totally understood that part only. Y'all mad Bill know how to keep the interviews going. No, we like Bill. We like it. We like it, but I'm clearing up the confusion. And again, why I play the interviews so people can hear it, so they can know I'm not putting no words in his mouth. This is clearly strictly what he said. So he put that bug in the world that they can move Loma out the way. And then when he get asked about it, he passed the buck back over to Shakur and said, well, you said when you get done with your business, you take care of your business, then we could potentially do some business, and we got business to take care of too. So when we done, then we could potentially do. It's like, bro, ain't nobody asked you none of that. They asking you about your words and you having your own conversation. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a diss to him. It's funny. I've been laughing at this. I've been laughing since I started this. This is not like a tear Bill down, but it's like, again, if he could ask him that, then Shakur said, when we all go together, that's the point we should all be at. If that's true, then they should be doing that. Because what he got up there to do, in my opinion, when he talked to Shakur, what he got up there to do is make it seem like they'll fight him right now. All he got to do is move Loma out the way. See, I'm not attacking Bill, but I'm clearing up the confusion and I'm pointing out the inconsistencies in his message. Either you want Shakur to move Loma out the way? Because if he really can do that, and you know damn well that's not happening. Like, even if he can ask, yeah, he can. That we all know that he can ask, but would that actually get him the Devin Haney fight when he just said out his mouth that he got Loma next in line, which is his best signee? So Bill Haney is again talking bullshit. I wasn't even coming for him, but when you put it like that, I gotta point it out. He the one talking to BS. That's not being transparent with the people. But again, this is entertainment and it's funny. So we're going to get through the rest of this. Go, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. Yeah, he said, dude, be capping. He said he can ask. Yeah, Shakur can ask. If he can ask, and then, and I'll say this, Shakur also put the ball back in his court when he said, let's go together. His response should have been like, all right, let's do it. You get what I'm saying? Let's go. So this is not an attack on Bill Haney. I said that from the onset because I know people will interpret it like this ain't even about, I don't even know, Devin and Shakur really. It's really about Bill Haney and his message to the people. It'd be confusing. Like we understand, bro, you got business with Loma and there's nothing wrong with that. take care of that business, then revisit a Shakur Stevenson possibility. But until then, don't tell him to move the guy out the way that you just said is the best signee that Bob Arum has. And you get what I'm saying? You know it's not going to go that way. So instead of just telling people that, you make it seem like it's something else that could happen when you know, in fact, that y'all got Lomachenko on y'all schedule. And it's all good because I want to see that fight. Bruce Dad, salute OJ, and then Yakov, my bro, salute, yo. And another reason I want to see the fight, because I think it'd be beneficial to Dev's career, and he says so too. If he beat Loma, he gonna get the respect from the people that he deserves. I agree with him. Go whoop Loma ass, and then you'll save Shakur later, or whoever else you're gonna fight after that. But I ain't mad at Bill Haney. I'm just saying the message don't be consistent. That's why I played his words, and that's why I did the other interview where he was talking, because we was able to go off exactly what he said. You get what I'm saying? So he said, move, like you know, he's not moving Loma out the way. You know, Loma is Bob Arum's grandson. He ain't moving his grandson out the way. If he gonna get anybody an opportunity at them belts, it's definitely gonna be Loma. It just makes sense when it's Bob Arum, especially for Bob Arum. I don't see him. I don't see him moving him out the way for Shakur. I just don't see it. That shit get harder every day, family. You already know, Brody. Salute to my bro T, aka the motivation, man. Judah Ben, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, man? Game of takes, what's good with it? I should see how Bill get when he lose an argument, dude. and again, yo, like with me, y'all know what my content is from a pure perspective. Like it's not with hatred involved. It's not like me attacking Bill. You see how crazy he is, but I am going to point out inconsistencies in his message. It's not even that he's lying, y'all. He ain't telling no lies. He's just not being consistent, and he kind of walk you around the block a couple times and leave you stranded at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? While he pull off on you. That's what he be doing. But it's funny, though. It's all in good fun, man. It's all in good fun, y'all. Bill Connection did random cut so far, which is good. Now, facts. Salute to Bill Haney, though. I like him, yo. I like Bill Haney, and I think what he's doing is a good job. But I think when you make yourself so readily available, like I've always said, I said this before, it's a gift and a curse, right? I think because he's made himself so readily available on these platforms, you got people that genuinely root for him that probably didn't root for him as hard before because he's available to the people, which is a good thing. But also understand something, y'all, and hitting so many different platforms, doing so many interviews, making yourself so readily available, sometimes you can spread yourself thin. And in doing that, you trying to give the politically correct answer each time and trying your best not to say nothing wrong, that sometimes you blurry your message a little bit. You get what I'm saying? You kind of blurry the lines a little bit and you make it a little hard to follow your message. We get it, bro. Your son is with the smoke. I feel like that since he been in boxing. I don't see Devin Haney as no duck. I don't see him being scared to fight nobody. I really don't, because I truly believe that man believes in himself. I always said that. So Bill Haney, I think, needs to understand that you got real people out here that know your son is willing and able to fight. Whenever they ready, he gonna fight him. I don't see him ducking nobody. So we get that. So you don't have to convince us that he'll fight anybody no more. That's a part of the promotion that you don't need when it comes to Dev. You get what I'm saying? That you don't need to convince nobody that he'll fight. Dev does that every time he get in the ring. So I think that's the part where Bill might be, you know, misfiring that. Like you can't fight everybody at once, and we cool with that. We understand that. You only can fight one guy at a time. You get what I'm saying? And that sometimes when he do these interviews, he make it seem like he can get them all right now, and you know what? We can do whatever we want. We can go any which direction. Whoever wanted, we gonna fight them. That's not always the truth. Y'all know y'all have a plan. You just said y'all got business to take care of. You said it. I ain't put no words in his mouth. I'm just pointing out how, and again, when you spreading yourself thin, hitting all these different platforms, you get what I'm saying? You probably trying not to say the same things over and over, so you end up saying a lot of stuff that you really don't even need to say. That's all it is. That's no hate. That's no, you know, it's not said from a malicious place. Like, I don't dislike Bill Haney. It's just what it is. Like, that's why I play his words so everybody can see it. Like, I ain't forcing this ain't put no words in his mouth. It's strictly what he said. And from interview to interview, his words and his message changes at times. But at the end of the day, it's always some truth in all this walking us around the block that he did. And he just said it right here when he said we had some business to take care of.
And what they doing, and maybe because, you know, once
you know that, you know, people hear a lot of crazy shit. So that's why I'm here. I'm Mr. Perspective, man. I think I'm pretty much on point.
Potentially do business. Well, then that's enough. Now,
look,
we got to get to business and get through our business so we can potentially do some future business.
See what I'm saying? That's the truth. Through all the other stuff that he said, that is the truth. But he's saying, what? See, listen to him, because he said, you said you got to take care of some business, and then you could potentially revisit some business. Now, he didn't say that. Y'all didn't even have that type of conversation. The last thing you said was you can move Loma out the way. Now you saying he said he got to take care of some business. See, that's just not being transparent, bro. You got to think of the lead up, the question that they asked him for him to get to this answer. And like I said, I'm not knocking him. It is truth in what he's saying right here. And that's what I've been saying all along, y'all. This is not an attack on Bill Haney or Devin at all. So I hope people interpreting this the right way. This dude is just not transparent all the time because he makes so many public appearances, probably trying not to say the same things over and over. You end up saying some things that's misleading or a little confusing. We all could admit to that. You get what I'm saying? And it maybe, who knows, maybe it's a long day for Bill, but like I said, it was some truth in what he said right there. They got business to take care of. And that, just so everybody is clear, this is the whole reason we here, because this has been my overall message since this situation has been going on. They have business that they have to take care of. He could avoid a lot of unnecessary criticism by just saying that and that only, then talking about anybody else. But making it clear, first and foremost, we got business to take care of. Don't make it seem like that business that you know you got to take care of can be moved out of the way so you can do other business. Because if that's the case, then the question is that the route that you and your son want to go? Because with him and Shakur Stevenson, they look like they ready to fight tomorrow if they could. So you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Just make sure the message is transparent with the people. I do a very good job at listening and interpreting, and I done a good job at. I ain't put one word in his mouth. I ain't twisted up nothing he said. I'm strictly going off everything he said. That's all you need to say. We got to fight. We will fight this fight. And after this fight, let's sit down and discuss. I'm telling y'all, that's what I've been saying. That's all I've been saying. That's just my message. Like, this is not a diss to Bill. This is what I've been saying. But in a lot of times, and you got to think he's giving people content as well. So it's not a negative. It's positives to draw from this. He ain't like he making himself look foolish. I don't think he doing that. But he is confusing people for the ones that's really listening from interview to interview. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be, some of the criticisms is fair in terms of him being a bit confusing, walking you down the block and around the corner, leaving you there. That's true. Get what I'm saying? But is he a bad promoter? Is he a bad representation of his son in the sport of boxing? No. So these are not negatives. People just need to make sure they take the critiques the right way. Like, if you somebody tell you, or I've heard several people say that Bill is confusing at times. Several. I've heard some of the most intelligent people speak and feel like he comes off as confusing. So all I'm saying is that's a fair criticism right there. Now the other stuff, you know, I don't have disses for Bill, so I'm not on record dissing him and none of my content, because that's not what I do. So I'm just saying he can be confusing. I do agree with that. I do agree. A lot of times he add in a lot of filler that you really don't need. But again, he's giving people content, so I'm not mad at it. But I don't even think he's mad at the criticism if he's even aware of it. He don't care. He gonna keep doing what he doing, and I ain't mad at him. Keep doing what you're doing, but in doing so, just make sure the message is transparent with the people. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. I'm gonna bring Bill on G5 and let him ask whatever y'all want. Hey man, I might have some questions for Bill. I might have some questions for Bill. I might have some questions for Bill. I might. Can please everyone. And again, see, I could tell this ain't, I don't know, man. This, again, I said this from the start because I know this could get twisted up easily. Not one time has I called this man anything, a liar. He's even a capper, like even I seen that in the comments. I ain't said nothing negative about him. I'm just saying I'll tell him this to his face. His message is confusing, and I'll simply go to the points that I'm making in this live. You said they can move the man out the way, then you turn around and make it seem like, you know, that's not the case. Like, which one is it? Can you move him out the way, or do y'all got business to take care of? Which one is it? I asked him that. That's the only real question I got for him is, why don't you just tell people, look, we got to deal with Loma, and then we gonna read, because he said that in this. He pretty much said that we got business to take care of. You know, you got business to take care of. That's what he's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Then we can revisit each other. But I asked him, why you didn't just straight up say that? Why did you put the bug in people's ear that he can move Loma out the way when you know that's not happening? I believe that's BS. I believe that's BS. I don't believe that can happen. I don't believe that can happen, especially with the fighter. If it was a different fighter on Top Rank and not Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? If it was maybe a different promoter and not Bob Arum, you get what I'm saying? Maybe I think that was possible. But with that pair, the way Bob, in my opinion, the way Bob Arum feels about Lomachenko, this is a perfect opportunity to get him an opportunity at them belts again. And you got to think, Loma didn't even have to do the heavy lifting. Devin Haney did it. So, you know what I mean? So there's that, because Shakur said he wants smoke, and I'm cool with it. So, but I don't think he can move him out the way, though. Bill said move Loma in. I don't think that. See, this is the confusion, T. I don't think Quincy Carter, salute, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. This is the confusion for me. I don't know about Fabio. I'm gonna speak for me. I don't think that can happen. He's saying move Loma out the way. I don't think that can happen. And what's the likelihood of that? I don't think that's possible. You get what I'm saying? There's no way. Ain't no way. Because if he really could do that, then if he really can do that, bro, then I'm on Shakur. Because if you want smoke, then you would do exactly that. So I'm always transparent. If he really can do that. But my thing is, according to Bill Haney in this interview, he just said it. He just said Bob Arum said Loma is his best signee, so that's who's next. That's what he's saying. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what he's saying. He's saying otherwise. How long will it take for y'all to fight for everything? So Shakur should shut up about smoke if they can't fight. Should he shut up? I mean, I wouldn't say that. I say this. He should shut up about smoke if he's not really willing to get in there with him. He should shut up about the smoke if he really can't get in there with him. I'm not mad if it can't be right now, because again, it's still all entertainment. See, this for me, this is not coming from a place of diss and hate. So, like, I don't speak for everybody. I speak for me. The most confusing thing about Bill is his message at times. I don't think when you put that out there, well, just move Lomachenko out the way, right? He just said that. Move Lomachenko out the way. Then in this interview, T, he's saying Bob Arum is telling him who's up next, which is his best signee in Lomachenko. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what? That's two different things. On one end, you telling Shakur move him out the way, but today in this interview, you saying Bob Arum said Lomachenko, which is his best signee, is up next. You get what I'm saying? That's two totally different things. How are you going to tell a fighter to move a fighter out the way when the promoter told you that next fighter is up next, that Lomachenko is up next? How is Shakur going to overrule what Bob Arum said? Tell me I'm not making sense. This is exactly what this man said. That makes zero sense at all. It just don't make a lot of sense to me anyway. But I'm going to play the rest of this because I ain't want to make this too long, man. Salute to the family and Still TV. Salute, Brody. Salute to the bros, man. Appreciate y'all. D-Web, salute, bro. Appreciate y'all boys for pulling up, man. Right, Bill saying you coming at us. We didn't pick the fight. Oh, okay. That's cool. But see, I don't know. That really wasn't my angle for me. Like, I know you probably picked up on that, and I could have missed it. Because, you know, we all pick up different things. But for me, the message was transparency, and his message changes from platform to platform, time to time. I don't think it's intentional. I think I honestly think that's just who he is. You get what I'm saying? And in promoting his son, it's going to come with some filler. And sometimes, you know, you want everybody to understand that your son will fight any and everybody. And like I said before, we're cool with that. But you can't fight everybody right now. And that's always been my message. When he talks sometimes, he make it seem like we can fight them all right now. hey man, if Tank wanted, man, what's up, man, to do this. And you get what I'm saying? This is like, that's not the reality. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, and I don't want to drag this out because I don't want to make it seem like this wasn't an attack on Bill. Like I said from the jump, I said this from the very like open and before I even put his face on the screen. Bob did ask Bob. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me and Jay going to let Loma go before you? And that's what I'm saying. I think so. I think so. I think the ultimate decision is going to come to Bob, right? You get what I'm saying? Who would have the final say, you think, as to who goes first, Shakur or Bob? You get what I'm saying? Because if what I'm saying, T, if Shakur got the final say and he could just go to Bob and say, yo, move Loma out the way, then I'm on Shakur ass, because what was all this talk about if you really could move Loma out the way? And you heard Shakur say, I could do that? I ain't know I could do that. And that's why he said, let's go together. That's where I'm at with it. If I could do what you said I could, then why don't you go with me and let's do it together? I think that was real respectable answer. I think that was respectable how he handled that. I think he told him, he answered that the way it needed to be answered. All right, bet. Let's go do it together. Because again, T, for me, I feel like he's telling him to do something that he know the likeliness of happening is it's unlikely. You get what I'm saying? And he pretty much said it in here. He just said it. Bob said his top signee, one of his best signees ever, in Lomachenko, is up next. That's what he said. So that's what I'm saying. How is Shakur going to go over Bob Arum? You know what I'm saying? How is Shakur going to override what Bob Arum is saying? I don't get it. It's confusing. You know what I'm saying? He moved somebody out the way for Heron. All right. I mean, you know, again, that's Heron. You know, the Lomachenko, we talking about you talking about a different class of fighter right there. He asked for Valdez for years, and he finally got him at 130. But I don't think Valdez is even, you know, with me, we all know Bob Arum's connection to Lomachenko and how he rock with this dude. That's his favorite fighter, if you ask me. In my opinion, that's been his favorite fighter. Yeah, I got an IG, JusDueBoxing Athletic Mind. Salute to you, Brody. Appreciate you for stopping through. I hear you, T, but that's my thing. I feel like when it comes to Loma, that shit changed just a little bit. And not because of Shakur's, because it's the relationship that Bob and Loma have. I think. You get what I'm saying? I always said this before, man, and I know a lot of people, man. Some people don't be here for some of this stuff. What's happening right now, I call this with this Loma fight. I always thought it was going to be Loma. Because of the connection with him and Bob Arum. And now you fast forward to today, look what we got. Loma is coming. That's what's coming. And I always thought it was Loma. But I think a lot of this shit is bravado, promotion, and filler. And I don't have a problem with it. But I'm clearing up the confusion with the messaging. The messaging isn't always clear. That's not an attack on him. It's true. Like, I had several people type in here that this dude is confusing. It's not all of them. We can't all be slow. You get what I'm saying? He can walk you around the block a little bit, jog you down the street. You get what I'm saying? Tank can say I'll fight Devin in 2 fights. Shakur can say I want smoke, but Bill can't say we will fight everybody. It's not that he can't say. I never said he can't say he can't fight anybody. You can't fight them all right now and be honest as to what your plans are. It's like this, bro. Before he fought Kambosos for the second time, he made it seem like he ain't had to fight him too. Well, why did that happen? That's what I'm saying. See, it's like you ask a certain question, then I got to respond a certain way because this guy is the guy that we're focused on. His words. They can fight. They can say they can fight everybody. I never have a problem with that. But be clear as to what the plans is. When it was Kambosos, y'all know y'all had Kambosos on the hook for the second time because y'all was contractually obligated to fight him. But yet and still, you did parade around and make it seem like you could have fought somebody else if you wanted to. I just don't believe that. I never believed that. That's my issue with him. And maybe you see it different, but for me, that's something that's been my biggest issue. And I don't even have an issue like in a way where I'm mad at him, but that's the biggest confusion I have when it comes to him. He don't keep it 100 when he know that they had Kambosos on the hook for the second time, contractually obligated to fight him. He made it seem like they ain't have to fight him and they could have fought somebody else. But who did he fight? Right now, he has alluded to the fact that Shakur can move Loma out the way and fight Dev right now, but then turn around and say Bob Arum told you Lomachenko is next. So that's who you're fighting, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's who you fighting. A lot of people do that. Y'all single out Bill and Devin. I'm focusing on what's current. This current right now, I've been following this situation since him and Shakur Stevenson been going back and forth. I think I've been pretty consistent, but I want to get through this so I don't wrap it out too long.
That's where I come in at. I'm celebrating the fact that, you know, I see a lot of smoke when I know I got the fire, you know?
You see a lot of smoke when you got the fire. I mean, because they fighters. Fighters gonna talk. Like I said before, I don't have a problem with fighters going back and forth, but it's about transparency. And I said this, I stated this from the opening of the show. None of these dudes are ducks, and more so, we talking about Shakur and Dev in this point. I never seen them as ducks. I don't think they ducking each other. That was never my stance. It was never my stance that they won't fight each other. They're not willing to fight each other. My stance or my confusion lies in when that fight can actually take place. And he's alluded on numerous occasions that they could have fought other people knowing that wasn't the case. And that's just my stance. That's how I interpret it. That's not a negative thing. That's not a diss to Bill. That's just my interpretation.
You brought up the
Bill doesn't want the business of boxing to make Dev look away. He keeps it a buck. Some people think Dev doesn't want to fight. Let me stop you right there, bro. And that's I said that too, bro. And Still TV, I said that too. And I said that's a factor that Bill needs to understand. Like, everybody ain't no casuals. We some real ones. We know your son want the fights, but you can't fight everybody right now. You get what I'm saying? It's business that has to be taken care of. And the promoter, sometimes Bill wears many different hats. You get what I'm saying? So the more that I listen to him, the more I feel like I kind of understand what he's doing. I think it's promotion mixed with being a father. You get what I'm saying? And just generally where he from, being a slick talker, if you want to call it, like, you know, how Rick said it, the pimp talk. I think that's what it is with him. It's not a big deal until people make it one. So again, I gotta be clear about this. This is not an attack on Bill Haney. This was all entertainment from the beginning. Don't take nothing I say personal about him until I make it personal. I never made it personal about him. I just see something a certain way. I have a perspective, and I'm sharing it with y'all. But I'm gonna get through this, man, so it don't be too long, man.
You know, this is very spontaneous. I come on, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to come on and say hello. And I want to do that official that you was talking about on Friday, when we can sit down and dissect everything, you know, and take our time, because I just happen to just want to come in and celebrate the lightweight division and what's going on, and actually, you know, let everybody
commentary
know,
St. Louis, what's good with you, Brody? Y'all love David for being for people.
They doing
everything Bill apart
to make that fight happen as well.
Just shot you a DM, big bro. Appreciate you, Brody.
Ryan's opponent?
St. Louis was good,
he was
bro.
Going to be a part
Real
of
Hill
ours,
salute, my bro.
Looked at him at one time. You see what I'm saying? It's everybody that you looked at coming up. You already know all the guys, so you would have fought them, and it was times for you to fight them. But being as the world champion and having all the belts, like I said with Dev, you know, there's nowhere that you can look and say they're all fighters and they all want to be in the position that you're in. So they're all the same fights to me, the same opportunities, the same guys that's gonna come. Like, who would have thought George Kambosos was coming as hard as he came at Teofimo Lopez? Then who would have thought Teofimo Lopez came as hard as he was gonna come at Lomachenko, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Then Devin came back hard twice on George Kambosos. You know what I mean? And just dominated him in a way that, you know, so that's what we love about the sport of boxing. And you know, we're looking forward to inshallah a great 2023. Looks like it.
Considering the factors that Devin's wanting to fight before Ramadan, and this possibly being Devin's last fight theoretically, let's say for some reason Loma ends up not being able to compete, does Devin move on to 140 or accept a late replacement fight? In your opinion, what do you guys do?
Well, this is the last hurrah. We had 4 Kings, which was Tank Davis, who's in the WBA. We have, you know, and he had an opportunity with the WBA to not do the fight that he's doing and enforce the mandatory, which would have meant Devin would have, because they wanted to make only one champion. That for him to fight that guy, that meant Devin remains the WBA super champion by, just by default with no contest. So he would then go to the WBA and pick somebody. One thing that we went to the WBA and we went to all the sanctioning bodies and said that we're comfortable fighting Lomachenko. We're comfortable fighting him because you don't even, I mean, he's the number one business.
And like I said, when he start talking like this, it's a lot easier to follow. It's a lot more transparent. It comes off a lot more authentic, organic, and truthful. I'm gonna just run it back just a bit. You hear how he explaining pretty much what the plans are and how they moving, and it's clear cut business.
The number one rated guy, and he's the guy that's saying that his dream is to be undisputed. So it was kind of clear cut, clean cut, just business. They knew that we have always been wanting to fight them. We always knew the guys. Everybody knows everybody's number, disputed. So it was kind of clear cut, clean cut, just business. They knew that we have always been wanting to fight them. We always knew the guys. Everybody knows everybody's number. Everyone said that,
See, he said they always wanted to fight him. That's another one of my stances too. There is nothing wrong with what he's saying. There's nothing wrong with wanting to fight him. But my thing is, just say that to the people straight up. Don't make people feel like you can fight everybody at once when you can't. Not fight everybody one by one. The way he comes off is he presents it almost in a way where we could fight everybody right now. That's not the case. And that's me, man. Maybe people might say it different, but that's my case. I don't feel like you can fight everybody right now, but I've always said this. When those opportunities do present themselves, I think Devin is going to fight whoever. I've always said that. So it's not a bad thing, but I think that's you having your promoter hat. You get what I'm saying? Your dad hat on. You get what I'm saying? And you just being a slick talker. You know what I mean? So I think that's why some of this stuff come off the way it do. And I said it's always entertainment, so I like it. It's cool.
If just like with Lou DiBella, that if the fight is going to happen, everyone knows who to call. Everyone has each other's numbers. So for all intent purposes, like I said, I don't have anything to say bad about Lomachenko's team because I think that they're working at making the fight happen next.
And
see, that's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And that's always been my stance. And again, I focus on the things that come directly out of his mouth, so people could see that this is not a personal attack. When people make things personal, they put things on them. They painting them. I think if Bill Haney went back and watched this, he could see that I ain't painting him to be a bad guy. I'm just focusing on what he's saying. And I've highlighted since I've been talking about this, some of the confusions that people share because some of the things he said is confusing. And some of y'all have agreed that sometimes he's very confusing. That's all it is. It's not a attack on his character. You know what I mean?
Where do you think that fight's gonna take place?
It's the earth is our turf. You know what I mean? We would have accepted it in the Middle East and loved it, and
the earth is our turf,
and just been grateful if it would have been in the Middle East. We went to Australia. Dev is a world champion. He's a champion of the people of the world. So anywhere, you know what I mean? It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, and like a real champion, he'll fight anywhere. You know what I mean? Anywhere that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. As more, that's real talk, right there.
Of course, the place that we would love to go make it happen at is Oakland. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
And that's something that we've been wrestling with. We've been wrestling with, but maybe
that'd be dope if they allowed Dave to defend his belts against Loma and
waiting and taking somebody else there.
That'd be dope.
Bill, they're saying I'm in your pocket. I'm letting you get away with it. You said Shakur could be next. Now you're saying this is Devin's last hurrah. You said y'all can make the Shakur fight. Now I'm letting you get away with saying that Shakur has to wait.
Yeah. Ness, you understand that.
But can you make that fight now if you want to? I mean, just to answer them.
Salute,
can
bro.
you somehow go to Bob and
Haney
say, we
versus
don't want to
tomorrow.
fight Loma. We want to fight
Ain't nothing
Shakur.
wrong with that, bro.
Everyone can go to Bob and say all the things that they want to say. We can go and say whatever that we want to say to Bob about making the fight. Ultimately, we have a few people right here that's saying that Shakur is the guy, right? And then we have people that saying
Big dog Willie,
Lomachenko is the
salute to
guy.
you, bro.
And we have
What's good?
Lomachenko
Jeff
saying
said I'm a
he's the
BS
guy.
artist and I love to
And
talk.
what I said is
That wants
respectfully
all the
is
smoke, but
you
Shakur still
answer
beats
the
him.
bell to whether it's
That
him.
always been my stance too, man. I've always said that. I've never looked at Dev as a duck. I feel like that work that he put in is why he confident. That dude is a gym rat. It's the same thing with Shakur Stevenson. Them some focused dudes. I think they gonna fight when the opportunity presents itself. But sometimes the fight, like you even hear the fans right here question him, and he trying to explain, like, his stance.
Lomachenko, whether it's Shakur, and it's the best fighter in the world next.
Now, y'all honestly telling me that he answered this question the right way? I'm gonna just run it back.
Everyone can go to Bob and say, yeah, right now, anywhere,
Hold on.
Just been grateful if it would have been what I mean. And that's something that we
He do got his hairstyle now. Yeah,
we've
he
been
do.
wrestling with.
He do that.
But
I ain't
maybe
peeped that St.
taking it
Louis
to
until you
Oakland
said
right
it, but
now.
I
You
see
know what I'm
what you
saying?
talk about.
Or
Bill like that cool okra. That's gonna tell a
waiting and
story to
taking
go with the
somebody
answer to
else.
everything you ask him. Just poke the
Bill,
chair,
they're
young
saying
blood.
I'm
You
in
get what
your
I'm saying?
pocket.
And that's
I'm
what I
letting you
said,
get
yo.
away with
That's a
it.
good way to put
You
it,
said
because that's not a
Shakur could be
diss. You
next.
get what I'm
Now
saying? That's not a diss to him. That's why I be wanting to be clear. That's why I stated that from the start, because I know people interpret this as like dissing them or singling them out. Nah. We just this is a conversation, just something that piqued my
saying
interest
this
that I
is
wanted to
Devin's
talk about.
last hurrah. You said y'all can make the Shakur fight. Now I'm letting you get away with saying that Shakur has to wait.
There we go, y'all.
Ness,
The
you
TWT
understand
family
that,
huge. Yeah, man. We making noise, man.
But
Making
can
some
you
noise,
make that
man.
fight
Love to the
now if you wanted?
TWT
I
family,
mean,
man.
just to
Every
answer
last one
you,
of y'all, and everybody
can
that's
you
supportive.
somehow go to Bob and say,
Here we
we
go,
don't
y'all.
want to
Let him
fight
talk.
Loma,
I'm gonna
we
let
want to
Bill
fight
talk.
Shakur.
Everyone can go to Bob and say all the things that they want to say. We can go and say whatever.
Let me stop him real quick. He said all of us could go to Bob and say anything we want to say. Y'all on everything, yo. I know some of y'all been here rocking with me. Didn't I just say that a minute ago? I said that. I said, yeah, you can go to him and say it. Yeah, that's because didn't I say that's why I said I wasn't painting him out to be a bad guy, because it's truth in what he's saying, even though it's a lot of filler in there. Filler is not like a bad thing. He giving you content. So I understand it. I recognize it. It wasn't from a bad place. It's just it's a fun topic to talk about. It's him versus Shakur. Shit, who the hell wouldn't want to talk about it? Or him versus Loma. Him being dead versus Loma. Who wouldn't want to see that? You get what I'm saying? But I did say that they all could go to him and ask. They really could. That was truthful to what he's saying. But the issue is, would it actually result in him actually meeting your request and moving Loma out of the way? What is the likelihood of that? And again, I just want to be clear. The fact that he wouldn't be willing to move Loma out the way for Shakur to fight Devin Haney would not be no fault of Devin Haney's or Bill's. That'd be on Bob Arum, which I always said held the keys to the next fight between Dev and whoever. It was going to be Bob's decision. And I always felt like he was going to pick Loma over everybody. Easy. You get what I'm saying? Jay Gibson, my bro, what's good with it, bro? Go back. He just said something. Where at, T? Jay Gibson, what's good with it, bro? He said one group say Shakur to God, one group says Loma. Yeah. He's saying somebody gonna say he ducking anyway. But yeah, T, that see, I want to be clear. He ain't ducking. That's corny. That's not my narrative. I don't push narratives. You know that. You know me better than that. You know I don't do that. He ain't ducking. That's what again. So if I could clear that up for people, that's not ducking. That's not Dev ducking. Dev is doing what he's supposed to do. I've stated that since this started too. He's fighting the people he's supposed to fight. But along the way, because this is boxing, people talk trash and they go back and forth. Now you got people hitting these YouTube streets and these panels. So we getting more, I guess we getting more content, and you getting more people talking because they using social media, and everybody want to prove that they the man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Dev ain't ducking, yo. Dev is not ducking, bro. He never said they can make it. He said, ask Bob. Yeah, but see, again, not that he said, I'm not saying that he said that. When you put it out there in the air that he can go to Bob and get him to move somebody out the way, you almost alluding to the fact that he can be next, and you're creating this world where people could look at Shakur like, oh shit, you could do that. So why you ain't doing that? So you really don't want to fight. So I'm not in I'm not in either of those groups, because these two dudes ain't shown to be nothing close to a duck since they've been in boxing. That always been my stance, man. Dev ain't get to where he got ducking. He would not became an undisputed champion at 23 years old ducking. Like I've always said that. Shakur Stevenson wouldn't have got to where he got to ducking. You get what I'm saying? He always wanted to smoke. Dev always wanted to smoke. What I've always said is that smoke never presented itself the way I think it could after he take care of Loma. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe in the future, even after that. But let me play the rest of this, y'all. Salute to you. I hear you, T. But yeah, neither one of them dudes ducking.
That we want to say to Bob about making the fight. Ultimately, we have a few people right here that's saying that Shakur is the guy, right?
I get you. If Shakur want to fight like y'all claim it, and again, that wasn't even my stance either. But since we on it, if Shakur wanted, again, he just said it. Like we all could go to Bob and ask something, but is that gonna get the fight? And the same way I don't say, you know, if him and Shakur don't fight, he ain't ducking Shakur. Shakur ain't ducking him if he don't go to Bob and say, yo, I want to fight Dev right now. Because I seriously doubt he's going to move him out the way for Loma. But that's just me. But I'm going to play the rest of this, y'all.
And then we have
people understand that Bob Arum is a stable fighter. I thought so. I thought he made the final decision.
And
I mean, that's what my stance was.
Respectfully is we answer the bell to whether it's Lomachenko, whether it's Shakur, and it's the best fighter in the world next.
Okay,
and guess what? And guess what? No.
But
And guess what?
according to the public, you told Shakur he could be next, but you're saying today that it would be the last hurrah. So is a Shakur fight not possible at 135?
Knocked out. Salute, Brody. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling, bro? Bill acting like they got options again. He's fighting Loma. I've always said that.
Oh no, the fight is possible,
and I don't have a problem with
it. It's going to happen just like they said that it was going to happen, and the weight that it's going to happen won't be determined by me, won't be dictated by me. It will be ultimately decided by the two guys that came on the joint.
Yeah, I want Devin to say I don't want to fight, so y'all can say he's ducking, but can't say.
Yeah, sir.
When we can fight, then y'all say he's capping because Loma next. Devin is supposed to let people talk shit.
40 for no belts?
Well, once you have a belt, you automatically have an opportunity to fight to go to be champion. And
for me, like again, Bill Haney on the screen. So for me, it's about what Bill Haney is saying, because he's doing the bulk of the talking. Dev is kind of short on words. He was in that panel meeting that they had. Dev didn't do a ton of talking there. His pops did. He eventually, chimed in, but for the most part, it's been his pops that's been the mouthpiece, as he should, though. You get what I'm saying? But I think in being the mouthpiece, you can mislead some people. I think that's possible. I just think that's possible. When you spread yourself thin, you hit a lot of platforms, you make a lot of appearances, you're giving people content. Sometimes your message is not always the same. That's all that is. He promotion. True. You ask a question to see you don't know what you can do if you don't say nothing. Yeah. I get that. But I just don't. I just can't. For me, I don't get at that situation much in my mind, because it's like I just don't see it. Now I could be wrong. Maybe Shakur do need to do that, but I think they know what it is. They're fighting Loma, and there's nothing wrong with just saying I'm fighting Loma, and Shakur, if you want it next, we got you next. I don't think nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing is wrong with that as a response. But instead of the problem I think people have, and instead of just saying who you fighting, you making it seem like you can fight somebody else again. You just did it with the second Kambosos fight. But again, this ain't about attacking Bill. This is more so just his message is not always clear.
That was the difference where what Shakur
then when they fight Loma, Bill and the people they fall for is BS. Say the only reason they fight Loma is because everyone else ducked them.
Didn't become a champion.
Devin
what we don't want to do is we're not dropping the belts. We want to defend the belts next, or take the belts and then go up to 140 and challenge to become world champion as well.
So are you going to challenge
he don't.
Regis,
I mean,
the
but
WBC champion, or are you going to challenge?
I say like when I first hear him say he can go to Bob, my question is like, is that real? Because Shakur, my question was the same question Shakur had. He's like, oh, I could do that? He ain't know he could do that. Respectfully, he didn't even know he could do that. So I think a good response would be, if you're vouching that I can do something that I didn't know I can do, being that you suggested it to me, wouldn't it behoove you, or wouldn't it be smart for you to come with me, being that you the other part of the situation as well, to let them know that? You get what I'm saying? So I get it. I get why. I feel like I get why he said, won't we go together? Because if you telling me we could do that and I get here and he tell me, you know what I mean, like I'm crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Never, he said, ask both them your people. Yeah, ask Bob them your people. Yeah, he could say that, but he's contractually obligated to Bob right now too. So technically, Bob would be his people too. Right now, it is as it stands because he's signed with Bob Arum. You know what I mean? Under contract for this fight, for another fight at least. Did the same shit with the second Kambosos fight. When the fight was announced, they immediately said the only reason they fought Kambosos the second time because Loma and Tank ducked him. That's true. That's true. I can't argue that. Kambosos had an option to accept or decline. Said he was retiring, then accepted a rematch. Yeah, he did say that. He said that. That is true too. He did. But I think that was a bluff. I don't think he ever was retiring though. T. I think he was just throwing the bait out there.
I like Regis.
Kambosos probably said he would not take a step aside
because the WBC we have.
So that means he was going to fight him all along.
WBC is something that and Regis, and you know what I mean. And that's something that I think would be good in Oakland.
That's the second call out in less than a week for Regis. You think you guys could lock Regis in? You know he is with Probellum. Bob Arum has been public saying he will not deal with Probellum.
Oh, okay. Well,
people here with
it's a unique situation that Devin is in, right? You know, with the fighters and things that we have to do to fight certain fighters, and we're in the situation that, our partners understand that, certain people that they don't work with and don't do stuff, that if we need to make moves, then we got to make moves, and that's just the way that it is. But hopefully, like I said, we have a great relationship with Top Rank and ESPN and what we're doing. And, just off the cusp, you're asking me about, who do I like at 140 that has belts. But ultimately, we get through this next fight with Lomachenko, and you don't know how the landscape is looking, because I think it's something that in the IBF, do they have an IBF champion as well?
No,
it's vacant.
It's vacant right now.
Yeah, IBF. I've heard someone say something about that
before.
But the WBC,
yeah, I just think that the circumstances is different when we talking about Loma comparing him to Valdez or Haney. Like I mean, for me anyway. For me.
To Regis Prograis, or an actual Regis Prograis fight is something in our wheelhouse of what we do.
Come on, now, Bill. What do you mean fighting for an eliminator? You're the undisputed champ, the WBC and the franchise. Mauricio should not
you didn't let me,
put you in an eliminator.
You didn't let me finish. Well, interim. You know what I said. When you say interim titles, the interim titles, the regular titles, and all the other stuff. Now, when you talk about not being able to do things, we've never went through the WBA or the IBF or the WBO, right? We were the WBC, and then we won.
But I'm not finna listen to Devin and Bill. They finna be out the doors. Shakur is a fighter, long business relationship.
And then we won the belts.
I've been listening to anyone that comes to Loma ain't been subscribed for any of them. That's been my stance the whole time. Knockout. I've said that too. And again, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I bet you he fight Loma next.
Well, you're going.
And
That
I'm
one
not
doesn't
gonna say
start
he
till
ducked
5 days.
Shakur when he fight Loma next, because that would
went to the
be
WBO
weird. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
the
put that
WBO
on there.
convention. The WBA, Devin has spoken with the WBA president, and he met with him and got his belt and all that other stuff in New York. So
they have Devin confirmed being in Orlando, Florida in the next 5 days. So y'all going or just Dev?
Yeah. Well, one, somebody is gonna go there. Either Dev or us or somebody from DHP will be there.
Come on. You got to text me on the side, because if it's
Shakur
Dev,
ain't
then
got
I'm
top
making
rank
a
above
trip.
Loma.
If
He
it's
needs
just
to shove
somebody,
his part to
Last
Hey,
box
time,
remember my
with
ass.
him.
hey,
Yeah, I
last
mean,
time
but
for you in
I get
Mexico,
that,
last
but
time BH called me like, yo, I need you to go up.
it's fighter talk, and I don't think Shakur backing down from none of it. I think if he was the type of dude that wouldn't want to smoke if it came his way, then I agree. Yeah, shut up until Bob tell you it's just. But at the end of the day, I don't think Shakur did nothing wrong. They fighters. They talk. Dev talk. They all talk. So it's like saying they've all talked shit to each other when they've either had fights lined up or just had fights. You get what I'm saying? In between, or somebody had. They all do it. I think it's entertainment, but again, like for the most part, I think I've been clear about this. Ain't been an attack on Bill Haney. It's just this. Y'all know I do conversations, man. So again, and nothing is one way. So when somebody sees something another way, it's cool with me too.
Airport talking about,
I
yo,
don't care.
Dev getting here at 1. I need you to get this homecoming shot in Acapulco Airport. Come on.
Hey man, tell him we work
Yeah,
at the conventions,
No
Ness.
disrespect. He just confused the hell out of them, and they just pressed him about it, and then he just talked his way out of it again because, like, again, they're not going to pry even further to get him to explain or how he know what he just said didn't make no sense right there. But I'm not going to harp over it because I wasn't here to tear him
Would you
down.
tell the people we work
that was
together
conversation.
at the
Shout out to Dom Majeski. So listen, what do you feel about
didn't happen. Loma want to have a fight. So 26 and 30 did not happen.
Puello
It's the WBA convention.
Does that
Yeah.
then become
Bill
a person
funny as
of
hell,
interest,
y'all.
or
That's always
he
gonna be
still
my
would need to
stance.
do more?
He's a funny guy.
No, Dev, he's always maintains that he wants to be in the biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, as for me, just calling today and looking at it, right? I'm like,
Bill has a habit of selling the next fight on the back of a
Lomachenko,
potential
we're gonna handle our
fight,
business with him, man.
which may
We're gonna handle our business.
not
Really,
happen.
I've been focused on.
True. I
him.
agree with that.
All the other guys.
TWT, what's good with the AB?
Who's better than Lomachenko?
Bro. Appreciate you stopping through, man.
That's available.
I mean, it's arguable. Shakur, man, Loma's on the backside. Shakur's on the upside.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
I mean, people that are not available.
Yeah, I think the only other person you could argue is Tank, and he ain't available.
Yeah.
See? And the
That's
dudes ain't
that,
available.
I mean, Sabril Mati is definitely a dark. Well, that's 40. That's 40. Yeah,
that's why Ness. I don't really think it's really nothing to talk about other than a great fight. And the Super Bowl in the lightweight division. Lomachenko and Devin.
All right,
so
then.
You think the Super Bowl is Loma and Devin?
That's all. People in this chat don't got a voice you do.
I mean, I feel like Loma made it to the Super Bowl.
I love my bro, man. I just
know
you know where I come from when
I know,
when I do
thing,
this.
And that, you know what? And that's the thing about those sports
Bill or
is,
Dev.
You know,
people
if you had it your way,
fighter.
you know, your favorite team would be in the Super Bowl
me talking
every year. And
because I think this was a build up.
You know, that's just the way that it goes. You have people that's Loma fans, and then you have people that's Shakur fans. You have people that's Haney fans. You know what I mean? And they'll argue back and forth.
He's on his YouTube to build.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Facts. That's
you
cool.
know, Devin is going to stand tall and defend him against them all.
I give Bill a lot of credit, yo. I don't. I hope.
For sure. Well, Bill, man,
Bill got a habit of cat, man. Then we get caught up in his cat.
Thank you.
Some page just promoting. I think that's what it be. Some promoting. Him being a father, and just some of that slick talk from where you from. That was something that I just now said. But
and we still would love to see you Thursday in studio, man.
Again,
is it Thursday or is it Friday?
I don't take what people be saying personal. Like I try to have fun with it. Like, that's why I was laughing earlier with some of the stuff he was saying, because he funny. Now, maybe somebody else, they might be, y'all know me, I give it up different. My energy is different. Some people be pissed off. They be going at Bill personally. I don't think I did that for 1 second of this live. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just simply going on what he's saying. And even them themselves had certain questions, and get what I'm saying? And even listen to this, the people in their chat had certain questions. Like, so I'm just not far off of what people are already thinking or asking. So that's why I bring this conversation to just, you know what I mean? Really, we can have fun with it. We get stuff out of it, but we have fun with it. And at the end of the day, I like he said at the end, what did he just say? I think people need to really worry about the Super Bowl, and that's Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. That's all. That's all I'm saying, and that's all it been since the beginning. We knew that, and it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with fighting Lomachenko. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's just when you kind of allude to the fact that y'all have other options when you know that's not the case. You always end up telling some truth at the end of everything you say. That's why I say you just pay attention to him long enough. He gonna tell you what you need to know.
Friday.
It's Thursday because Danny got Bernie Human
Or he could
scheduled
just not
Friday.
cap it
I'm
at
trying
all
to
and
get
tell
his
the truth.
guest spot,
Hey,
but
yeah, it's true. Bill's an amazing promoter. That is true also. And what he
Absolutely,
do for his son
absolutely.
is
Listen,
amazing.
man.
All
Shout
facts.
out to everything
It's not
that you
hating every
guys are
time they
doing.
speak the truth.
Keep
Nah,
doing
yeah,
what you're doing. You know
not
what I
me.
mean? You are
I
the
know I
voice of
don't
the
do
people.
hateful content.
You know,
I don't
and
do mad back here. I be
if
enjoying
you
this.
think I'm bullshitting, come out in these streets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And you know, don't just
he talking
leave
to
it
me,
on
y'all.
the
My bad,
fans and
Bill. I
leave
didn't
it
mean it like
on
that,
the
yo. I
chat.
don't want no.
You know, can we
Damn,
hear it
man.
from the people
Damn, I
that's
don't want no
really
smoke, Bill.
making
I
it
rock with
happen?
Bill. I said this
Because
all
you
through
know,
this
I
show,
know
man.
who the
Y'all know
who's
I
who
rock with
and
Bill. I don't got
who's
no
Bill are.
hating
I don't want
on
to
Devin
argue with the
Haney
people
content
and
or
what they
Bill Haney.
say,
Nowhere.
you know, bump
Nowhere
our
on my
gums
channel.
and do all that. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
hate these
When I
dudes. This is
tell you
entertainment.
that
This is
Devin
fun,
Haney
y'all.
is
This
the
is supposed to
king
be
of
fun.
the
So
lightweight
when we break
division
this
and
down, it's supposed
the
to be
fight
fun. Like,
is
not,
the
you
Super
know, it's
Bowl
just a
is him
perspective.
and
And I
Lomachenko.
want the
Best to
people to
believe
see
it
that
and
add
stay
a different
tuned and
perspective.
you're going
It's
to hear the
better.
date, time, and place. Thank you for having me.
Talking that
Right here on the
slick
boxing voice.
talk. Bill Haney. Salute to the boxing voice, man. That was a good one, man. My bad, y'all. I didn't even mean to make that long, y'all. I feel you, T. T over it going in, man. Hey, man. Just as long as you know me, T, you know I rock with Bill. I rock with that. But I just call out some of the inconsistencies. And I think that's fair because even some of the people had questions. Even Ness and Dude had a question. Like, hold on, what you say? You get what I'm saying? He does that. That's the only point. That's my only critique of him. Like sometimes he say some things that's a little misleading. That's all. I'm not the other people that's doubling down that hate him. I'm not part of that group. I can tell Bill this. I swear on my kids, I can tell this man this to his face. You say things that are a little misleading. And I could allude to the fact that you see how Ness and Bro had a question or two too. Like, hold on, what you say? That's all. It's not a hateful, like, you get what I'm saying? And Bill, I know him being a real one, he'd be able to appreciate that, man. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not about, I don't make the tear down kind of content. I make the kind of content where Bill was a fly on the wall and he was listening to this. He'll have to respect it. It's just a perspective. And I ain't paint no crazy narrative. I ain't twist his words all up. I use exactly what he said. And that's why I did it like that. You get what I'm saying? There's something wrong with fighting Loma. There's something wrong with fighting Loma where dudes sit on multiple platforms and blatantly lie and say there are options that they know are impossible yet. And that's the only thing. That's where the misleading goes. That's all. It's just a little misleading. It's just a little misleading. People in the trying getting Devin and Bill interviews after the Loma house with TWT. We building. You know it, man. People can answer you. It's up to you to understand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. But for me, I think it's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? I think it's reasonable. And I think the way I present my questions are not in a way like I think Bill, like, think about it, yo. Think about it, T. Bill got on the line with Southpaw, bro. He definitely could talk to me. Cause I never do him like that. I never talk to nobody or talk about somebody the way that dude be going. You get what I'm saying? So I know, like, if he's endured that guy and that energy, he definitely won't have no issue talking and building with me or anybody from TWT. Because again, that'd be my main question. Like, do he understand how that could be a bit misleading? Like, you get what I'm saying? That's all. It's just, and then some people interpretation is a bit weird too. So then they get that. I know how that is. Bro been typing old chat. Nah, I know what's up. That was more so about Bill though, and not Dev, and it wasn't like like the hell with Bill to tear him down type deal. So I like Bill, yo. I like what he's doing. He entertainment for boxing. He know that. And again, I think I do a good job at interpreting what people say. You get what I'm saying? Because that's why I play it. And again, I understand that sometimes the interpretation is going to be different. You get what I'm saying? That's why the conversations are had. With me, it's no right or wrong answer. Like if I say something and somebody give me a different point of view, like nobody in here, did you hear me like read your comment and be like, nah, I don't get it. I don't get what you're talking about. I'd be like, yeah, I hear you. I hear that. That's how I do it. Maybe somebody else, they make it more personal, but y'all know I don't give it up like that. So maybe so, just a bit, maybe so toward the end, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I try not to push none. And again, if I had to ask people, is there any narrative that I think I pushed that y'all feel like I pushed? I don't think you would come up with one, because Dev is not a duck. He ain't no sucker. I don't feel like he ducking nobody. I don't feel like Shakur's ducking nobody. I always said that. I feel like they always showed that they wanted to smoke since they've been in boxing. And I don't think that's going to change no time soon, because I think they both believe in what they bring to the table. So I think Bill is a slick talker. He's a father and a promoter, got his father's promoter hat on, a slick talker hat, all of that. Then that's just me being fair to him. And it's not wrong with what he's doing. So keep doing that. And, keep doing that. It's entertainment. And again, remember, before I even played this, I said part of the reason why people take to Bill and Dev is because Bill makes himself readily available to people platforms, which I always saluted him for. So I'm not going to now bash him for doing it. You get what I'm saying? But I think I know how to have exactly. So that's why that's why I wanted to be clear, because even if it's one person, I want everybody to know my intent and my overall message, like, so it don't get lost in translation. I'm not on the I hate Bill Haney or Devin Haney train. This ain't none of that. I don't do that. I don't do no biased behavior, no fanboy talk, and I damn sure don't do no tearing down. So I rock with the Bill Haney, Devin Haney movement, man. I rock with them. But again, I just know how to say it in a way where it's respectful. Like, you do mislead the people because you are a slick talker. That's not sitting up there saying, he just lied about everything he said. Nah, it's truth in some of the stuff he said. You just got to listen long enough. A lot of it is filler. Sometimes he walk you down the street, up the block a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, man. That's just him being a slick. I don't have no hate for him when he does it. But I can point it out too. I can point it out when he do it. I'm talking about act like there ain't a tremendous amount of contradictions and cap coming from Bill. It's crazy. Nah, he do it. It's because I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it before. So that's not like the worst thing in the world. You get what I'm saying? I think some of it, I'll be hearing him, bro. Nah, that's why I play it. That's why I played it knockout. So people can hear me thoroughly, man. I like for people to hear me, man. And I'm a peaceful dude up here because I find peace in these boxing conversations, y'all. So that's why my energy ain't on 10. Certain conversations get me like that, but not this one, because I don't hate Bill. You know what I'm saying? Bill on YouTube. Yeah, but not over here, T, because we ain't do that over here. I don't think we did that. We ain't slaughter them. Because this light, and especially with me, they think I'm laid back up here. I gotta keep it like that. I'm cool, calm, cool, collective. I like Bill. I always stated that. That's why I said this from the start, though. So because nobody would come in here that truly rock with him and think I don't rock with him. I just pointed this something that I wanted to talk about because it was like a follow-up. You get what I'm saying? Because they asked him about some of the stuff that he said when he was talking to Shakur, and I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? Had that conversation about it. Like I said, I definitely talked to Bill. I wish he could sit here and listen to this just to tell me if I tripped out somewhere. I ain't do that to him. I ain't call him out his name. I ain't say he no sucker or he F Bill and man, you see this dumb. I ain't do none of that. You get what I'm saying? I don't do that. Like, I do it in a way where you gotta respect it. It's just my perspective, and you got to know when you in a public sport like boxing, especially an opinionated sport, you're going to have people with opinions. I have a viewpoint. But I don't think in me having my viewpoint, I don't think I push a narrative. So I think that's where I kind of stay true to my name. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm breaking the situation down. And I think a lot of people agree. But again, just to be clear, when the way I drove this home, I don't think I did it in a way where it showed you I hate Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he could even watch that and get that. Or he couldn't. You know, I just got questions. Just the same questions that Ness and them got. Bill, he a real one, so I know he not going to take it the wrong way. Like I said, you got to do like Southpaw. That's left field. I never do nothing like that. But I talk to him like, you know what I mean? I would just want to know, like, or if he's aware of, you know, when you say one thing, you kind of open the doors for people to interpret it a certain way, and you're not always clear. You get what I'm saying? You don't always drive your point home. I've heard that for years about him. I don't think that's like an overly negative critique. I got an uncle. That's why somebody compared him in the chat to like an uncle. That's not a diss to him. Like, nothing should be taken personal when it's coming from me, because, you know, like, I'll let you know if I feel like I don't like somebody. Y'all know that. But this ain't that with Bill. This ain't a tear down to Bill Haney, Devin Haney. You know, I rock with him. But it is cool to have these conversations about things that they say directly out their mouth. You get what I'm saying? And I show people how I can have a conversation without making any of these dudes a duck or tearing any of them down inside the conversation. You get what I'm saying? So I think I did a pretty decent job, man. I think I did. It's even cooler. It pushes agenda, though, for the people to do that, to point out the truth with them. Yeah, you got to point out the truth. And then the truth is, and again, I said this, yo, if you listen to him long enough, it's truth in what he say. Just listen to him. A lot of it is filler, so I don't be mad at it. It's content. I don't be like, oh, man, you know, some of it is like shit talking. It's bravado. It's like, yeah, my son will whoop all y'all. And he'll fight everybody right now. But that's not always the situation at hand. It's nothing wrong with that. I can understand it on both ways. I can put myself in Bill's shoes and kind of say, yeah, I see what you're doing. That's why I said I could say he got a promoter hat on, a dad hat, a slick talker. He a little bit of all that when he doing these interviews. You know it. He know it. He a slick talker, man. He is, yo. He really is, bro. He is. Certain shit from the other guy, but highlight Bill and Devin. Yeah, some people do. Some people do. I think I did pretty good with the situation since it started. Because I felt like for me, I don't have a lengthy, like, you know, slew of content about this topic. Like, I really stopped at you know, both times I did it, I used what he was saying, Shakur, and they, you know, they little interaction, and then I did it again here. So it's like some people might point out other shit and try to make him look like the bad guy, but I don't think we did that. But again, man, salute to Bill Haney and Dad, man. Salute to my boy Shakur, man. You know, I think that opportunity, hopefully it presents itself sooner than later, because after all this, I definitely want to see the fight more now than I ever did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Like, it creates entertainment. It creates anything that creates a good conversation is, I think, good for boxing. You get what I'm saying? Anything. But I don't know if y'all been hearing about Rollie and this dude Alberto Puello, man. Rollie do need a fight, man. I got a video I'm gonna make because Edwin De Los Santos talking slick to Shakur Stevenson a little bit, man. He talking slick, y'all. Yo, the Wise Crush, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling, man? It wasn't Southpaw show. That was somebody else joint. He came on. Oh, yeah. But, you know, just for him to even talk like that, not saying that he went to him or nothing like that. I just said, like, that's the left field type of shit. I don't represent that type of energy. Like, you know what I mean? I would never get on there and do that with somebody. Brown on boxing, salute, bro. But, yeah, yeah, man. So I think it's, and again, man, with me, this is about entertainment. With other people, they make it personal. And long as y'all understand, I'm gonna make sure y'all get this. Nothing I do is personal when I talk boxing. It's entertainment, because I understand that first and foremost. It's not like I think that's where I'm different than people. I know how to hear what somebody said and not take nothing personal. Like, let me tell y'all the difference between me and people. I watch people, right, get into arguments and chats because somebody has a viewpoint that's different than theirs. You've never seen me do that, ever. Like, I've never done that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a perspective and a point of view. And I learned how, you know, I've listened to stuff sometimes that I completely disagree with. But I know not to take it personal because that's that person's viewpoint. So as long as y'all understand me, it's never personal with me. It's just about the you know, the content, the entertainment side, and a good conversation. So just long as we did that here, mission accomplished, man. And salute to everybody in the building, man. Knockout salute to you. Rollie, we got box badly. Yeah, I think so too. He'll get pieced up. But I keep hearing I heard a whisper or two about it. So I just wanted to bring that up real quick. I think Rollie need to fight somebody since being partially concussed by Tank instead of sitting around waiting for a fight to happen. Salute to the chat, y'all. Some cool. You know it. You know it, man. Especially over here. Like, I got some of the best energy on YouTube, man. I've never been told I was laid back in my life till I started doing content. I think I got to keep it going, bro. Got to keep that good energy flowing. Nothing personal with strangers. Yeah, I don't understand why so much hate and so much chats when it's just boxing talk on the internet. In fact, Brown on boxing, I always aim to be different in that area where people know, like, when you come here, just let's have a good conversation and know that your viewpoint is going to be accepted and respected too. Like, it ain't just what I said. Like, if I say I feel like this about something Bill said and you say, well, I see it this way, that's where the conversation is. Let's have it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody else, then I can understand why y'all be pissed off or something like that. But I don't give it up like that. I don't aim to get up here and argue you down because you see it different than me. I respect it. It's cool. And we move on. And I don't make it personal with a bunch of like low blows. And notice I keep it all boxing. I don't low blow. I don't go personal. I don't, you know what I mean? I really aim to make content where anybody, if these dudes that I'm talking about was a fly on the wall, even if they disagree, they'll still be able to respect it because I ain't tearing them down. Like somebody else, I don't have an agenda. I don't push agendas or false narratives. You know what I mean? I push my own, which is support the fighter, win, lose, or draw as long as they moving like a fighter. But yeah, knockout, I agree. Alberto beat Rollie up. And that knockout that he'd be looking for and never present itself, and he'd get outboxed, and it'd look bad. He'd probably get pieced up pretty good because dude got a little bit of pop to his punches too. But man, it's been a good one, y'all. I ain't want to stretch this out too long, man. I appreciate all y'all that pulled up in the building. Salute to my family, as always, my TWT fam, everybody that's rocking with me, man. This been an early one. I just wanted to get this out the way early. I ain't want to make it too long, man. I'm pretty sure my bro 5 will be on in a second or so. And we're going to keep rocking, man. But we're going to get up out of here on that one, man. That's all I got on this one. And we up out of here, y'all. Peace to the fam.